You know what's funny? Every generation thinks they had it hardest at work. Boomers say, we worked for 40 years in the same company. Gen X says, we have to fax things.
Off next week. I have 5 days paternity leave. Paternity. Back in my day, 4 kids. Back to work that night. Yeah, I'll set up a video call with the client. We can get right to it. Oh, no, you and me, we're flying out to meet him. Nothing like meeting the client face to face.
And Gen Z? They say, I'm emotionally unavailable before my first coffee and Wi-Fi. But here's the thing, if you're a leader today, you can't manage people the old way. You can't just say, because I said so. That doesn't work anymore. Gen Z will literally say, but what's the purpose? And honestly, good question. Getting through to your employees, especially Gen Z, is not about shouting louder, sending longer emails, or having another urgent meeting that could have been an email. It's about connection. Because you can't motivate someone you don't understand. Speak their language. Literally. Gen Z grew up with emojis, memes, and voice notes. They don't read long corporate messages like, as per our earlier correspondence, kindly expedite the deliverable. They'll just reply, okay, but like what? So instead, be clear. Be human. Talk like you talk to a smart friend. Say, hey, we need this done by Thursday. You're great at details, so I trust you with it. That's it. No jargon, no fluff, just clarity plus appreciation equals motivation. Here's the secret sauce. Gen Z doesn't work for money alone. They work for meaning. They ask, why should I care? And honestly, that's refreshing. So as a leader, connect their task to something bigger. Don't just say, we're launching a new product. Say, we're solving a problem that no one's fixed before, and you're part of that. And suddenly, it's not just a job, it's a mission. Old school managers gave orders. Modern leaders give direction. Instead of saying, do it this way, say, here's the goal. How do you think we can get there? You'll be amazed. When you give Gen Z ownership, they deliver gold. They're creative, bold, and allergic to micromanagement. And yes, sometimes their way will involve Canva, a playlist, and a Google Sheet with sparkles. But hey, if it works, it works. If Gen Z does something great and you don't notice it, they'll assume you hated it. They grew up in a world of instant feedback, likes, shares, comments. So, as a leader, give them feedback that's instant and real. Not good job. Say, I noticed how you handled that client with patience. That was professional. That's powerful. Because people repeat what gets recognized. Lead by example. You can't ask your team to be punctual when you stroll in 30 minutes late with a latte. You can't ask them to be passionate when you sound like a human version of Windows startup tone. Leadership is caught, not taught. If you show up energized, prepared, and consistent, they'll follow that energy. If you show up stressed, cynical, and burnt out, they'll mirror that too. So take care of yourself first. A good leader isn't just productive, they're emotionally balanced. Now, motivation doesn't mean pizza Fridays or motivational posters saying, teamwork makes the dream work. Real motivation is built from three things. Purpose, they know why they're doing it. Autonomy, they have a space to do it their way. Growth, they see progress while doing it. If you give your team those three, you don't have to push them. They'll pull themselves forward. So, how do you get through to Gen Z? Simple. Stop talking at them. Start talking with them. Listen more. Lead with purpose. Laugh often. Because the truth is, they don't want a boss. They want a coach, a cheerleader, and sometimes a therapist who knows how to use Excel. At the end of the day, leadership isn't about getting the most out of people. It's about bringing out the best in them. And when you do that, they won't just work for you, they'll work with you. That's when magic happens.